Ten Best Picks presents the top 10 best home telescopes. Starting at number 10. Educational Insights GeoSafari Junior. This telescope is designed for the tiniest of space explorers. Rather than being an actual working telescope, the GeoSafari Junior is a telescope-shaped slide viewer and speaking toy. Exploration Outer Space host Emily Dawn Calandrelli is the voice of the talking telescope. Your child inserts one of the 24 slides included with the telescope, presses a button, and Calandrelli shares some interesting information about the celestial object on the slide. There are 5 facts for each slide. Your child can use quiz mode and answer one of the pre-programmed questions. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 9. Celestron Astrophy 102 Wi-Fi. One problem many people encounter when using a telescope is how to find the celestial object they are looking for. That's where the Celestron Astrophy comes in. This wireless-controlled telescope finds the objects for you. Just download the free Celestron Sky Portal app to your phone or tablet, and you're good to go. When you find an object in the night sky that you'd like to observe, you point your smart device at the object and tap the screen. Your device will display information about the object while your telescope turns and orientates itself so you can look directly at the object through the scope. The wireless connection is strictly between the telescope and your device, so you can use them together in more remote locations where you cannot get a cell phone signal. Number 8 of my list. Celestron 21024 First Scope. If your child will be using their telescope at home and space is at a premium, a tabletop telescope may be the best choice. Rather than being on a tripod, this first scope telescope from Celestron has an altazimuth mount. You can think of this type of mount like a gun turret, and it allows you to rotate the telescope in any direction. This telescope is available in the first scope tabletop design, which is the names of prominent astronomers printed around the outside of the telescope tube. There is also a Moon by Robert Reeves edition with a moon design and the basic design white telescope. This is an excellent entry-level telescope that works well straight out of the box, but there are also plenty of accessories to enhance your experience. The addition of a 6.4mm eyepiece allows you to see the rings of Saturn clearly. You can start out with this telescope, and if your child develops a strong interest in the cosmos, you can add accessories rather than buy a new scope. Coming at number 7. NASA Lunar Telescope for Kids. Billed as being a great telescope for beginners, this NASA Lunar Telescope is, as you might expect, specifically designed for looking at the moon. However, that doesn't mean it isn't suitable for other uses. You can use this telescope just as well for birdwatching, landscapes, and other terrestrial viewings. It comes with a tabletop tripod, which makes it an excellent option for those without a lot of floor or outdoor space, where they can stand a larger, ground tripod. It is branded as a lunar telescope because it has the right focal length for looking at the moon and seeing plenty of detail. However, other more distant objects in the sky cannot be seen as clearly. So, you can take a look at Saturn's rings through this telescope. So, if you are looking for an all-purpose astronomical telescope, you may be better off considering one of the other options on this list. At number 6. Orion Astroview 90mm. Something not many people realize is that light pollution in our cities can prevent us from getting the best from our telescopes. If you live in the city and your kids will be using their telescope at home most of the time, you should look for a telescope that has a good quality moon filter. In addition, air pollution, dense air, and excess heat can cause images through a telescope to become fuzzy. Some higher-end telescopes can nullify these air effects, but you will pay for the privilege. Consequently, if you are looking for a kid's telescope suited to viewing the night sky from the city, you should go for a smaller refractor telescope. These work way better in city conditions than their more expensive counterparts. From our city living experience, I would recommend the Orion Astroview 90mm EC refractor telescope for kids. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. Celestron Inspire 80 Arizona. You've likely noticed there are a number of Celestron telescopes on this list, and there's a reason for this. Celestron is an established manufacturer of telescopes, microscopes, and binoculars and is well respected in the marketplace. The Celestron Inspire 80AZ is an excellent entry-level telescope for those who want to begin taking photographs of their observations, especially if you will be taking the photos with a smartphone. The smartphone attachment mount included with the Inspire will work for the majority of modern phones. Once the phone is mounted in the attachment, you can take photographs of any object you can see in the telescope. To guide you through your explorations, you can download the Celestron Starry Night software. This free program, exclusive to Celestron, has a database of over 36,000 celestial objects, printable star maps, and moon maps. This is useful for answering your child's questions and giving some structure to your little one's exploration of the night sky. Coming in at number 4 of my list, MaxUSee Kids Telescope 400x40mm. A basic, entry-level telescope suitable for ages 3 years and up, the MaxUSee is a budget-friendly choice for the younger child. Since the target audience for this one is younger and it's more inexpensive, it doesn't have as many bells and whistles as some of the other telescopes on this list. But it still has some features besides its price that make it a good pick. This set includes 2 eyepieces, a tripod, a star map, and a moon map. The moon map is especially useful for identifying features on the moon's surface and giving focus to your lunar viewing. The finder scope, with crosshairs, is useful for orientating the telescope before fine-tuning your focus. The 2 additional eyepieces provide you with a simple way to provide greater magnification. At number 3. Celestron 31036 AstroMaster. The quick and easy, no-tool setup of the Celestron AstroMaster means that this model can be out of the box and pointing at the sky in a matter of minutes. That's great for kids who are so enthusiastic they want to get started right away. It's also a plus if you're a busy parent who doesn't have much time to spare. You also get the inclusion of a free download of the Skix First Light Edition software that provides your child with access to printable sky maps, photos of celestial objects, and a 36,000 entry database. Coming at number 2. Emrath Telescope, 70mm 360mm. Reflector telescopes use 2 mirrors set at angles within the telescope and 1 lens instead of 2 lenses. Mirror 1 is concave and reflects the light to a focal point on mirror 2. This second mirror reflects the light to the eyepiece, where the image is spread out across your retina in the same way as with the refractor telescope, too. Reflector telescopes are better for looking at distant objects than refractor telescopes. However, reflector telescopes are not great for viewing closer objects. Therefore, they're not ideal for looking at objects on Earth. And number 1. Celestron 80mm. A refractor telescope is the most basic kind you will see. They are essentially a tube with a lens at one end and an eyepiece at the other. The lens at the far end is convex. It bends the light coming into the telescope and focuses it to a small point on one side of the eyepiece lens. The eyepiece lens then spreads the light out again across the retina of your eye, making the image look much bigger than it really is. 1. This type of telescope is suitable for looking at objects in the sky and here on Earth. If you're looking for a telescope that is an all-rounder, can be used by the entire family, and works for stargazing as well as it does for viewing the city, a refractor is the way to go. However, there is a trade-off. Refractor telescopes are not the best for viewing objects in deeper space. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.